Life is often described as a marathon, not a sprint. Yet, many men in their 20s act as if they have unlimited time, unlimited chances, and unlimited energy. The truth is, most men fail before the age of 30. Not because they aren't smart, not because they don't have potential, but because they fall into traps that rob them of their future. Today, I want to talk about why most men fail before 30, and more importantly, how you can rise above, break the cycle, and actually win when most others are wasting their best years. Imagine this. You're 22. You've just graduated or maybe dropped out of college. You're working a job that doesn't excite you, but it pays the bills. Your weekends are filled with drinking, late night gaming, or scrolling endlessly on social media. You keep telling yourself that one day you'll chase your dreams. One day you'll start that business. One day you'll get serious about your health. But then years pass. Suddenly, you're 30. And all the potential you once had has been traded for comfort. That's the story of millions of men. But it doesn't have to be yours. The first reason most men fail before 30 is comfort. Comfort is seductive. It whispers, "Relax, you have time." But comfort is the silent killer of dreams. In your 20s, you feel like the world is waiting for you. You think you have a safety net. But every day you spend in comfort, you're falling behind the men who are actually taking risks. Take the story of Mark. At 23, he had a stable job in an office, making enough to pay rent and go out on weekends. He thought he was doing fine. Meanwhile, his friend David worked a part-time job but spent every free moment building an online business. At first, Mark laughed at David, saying, "Man, you're wasting your time." But by 28, David was financially independent, traveling the world, while Mark was still stuck in the same cubicle, now with more bills, more stress, and less energy to change his life. The lesson: comfort feels safe, but it's the most dangerous place you can stay. Another reason men fail is lack of discipline. Discipline isn't about motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline is about showing up every day, no matter how you feel. Most men rely on motivation. They say, "When I feel like it, I'll start." But the truth is, you'll never feel like it. Winners do what they must, not what they want. Look at athletes like Kobe Bryant. He didn't become great because he felt like training every day. He became great because he trained, even when he didn't feel like it. That's discipline. In your 20s, discipline is your greatest weapon. If you learn to wake up early, exercise daily, work on your craft, and manage your time, you'll be ahead of 90% of your peers who are sleeping in, partying, and wasting time on meaningless distractions. Let's be honest, modern life is full of distractions. Social media, video games, Netflix, casual relationships, nightclubs. None of these things are inherently evil. But if they dominate your 20s, you're setting yourself up for failure. Think about it. Every hour you spend binge watching a show is an hour you didn't spend building skills, creating opportunities, or improving yourself. And while you're distracted, someone else is grinding. Someone else is leveling up. And by the time you wake up, they're already miles ahead. Here's a harsh truth. If you spend your 20s chasing temporary pleasures, you'll spend your 30s regretting it. Most men fail because they have no vision. They live day by day, paycheck to paycheck, weekend to weekend. They say things like, "I'll figure it out later." But later never comes. If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up anywhere. And usually, it's nowhere. You need a vision. Not just for your career, but for your life. Who do you want to become? What skills do you need? What lifestyle do you want by 30? If you don't answer these questions, life will answer them for you. And you won't like the result. One of the biggest killers of men's potential before 30 is fear of failure. Men are afraid to take risks. They're afraid of rejection, afraid of looking stupid. So they play it safe. But safety is just another word for stagnation. Failure isn't the enemy. It's the teacher. Every man you admire failed countless times before he succeeded. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before he built the iPhone. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming a legend. Elon Musk's first businesses failed before he built SpaceX and Tesla. The difference between men who win and men who lose is simply, winners fail forward. Here's another reason men fail before 30. They don't build skills. They drift through their 20s, doing whatever job pays the bills, without investing in themselves. But skills are the currency of the future. The more valuable your skills, the more valuable your life. Learn how to sell. Learn how to code. Learn how to speak, write, lead, create. If you master even one high-value skill in your 20s, you'll set yourself up for freedom in your 30s. Think about this. If you're 25 and you spend the next 5 years mastering a skill like copywriting, software development, or public speaking, by the time you're 30, you'll be in the top 1% of earners in that field. While your peers are still figuring out life, you'll already be winning. Health is another reason men fail. In their 20s, many men eat junk, drink heavily, and skip the gym. They think their body can handle it. But neglecting health in your 20s sets you up for disaster in your 30s. Low energy, obesity, health problems, lack of confidence. Your body is your foundation. If your health is weak, your life will be weak. Discipline in fitness and nutrition is not optional. It's essential. Build strength, eat clean, sleep well, and protect your mental health. Because a strong body builds a strong mind. Finally, most men fail because they surround themselves with the wrong people. If your friends are lazy, broke, and negative, guess what? You'll become lazy, broke, and negative. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. If you want to win, you need to surround yourself with men who are ambitious, disciplined, and hungry. People who challenge you, not people who drag you down. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. Change your environment, and you'll change your life. How you can win, so how do you avoid failure before 30? Reject comfort. Seek challenge. Growth only comes through discomfort. Build discipline. Do the work daily, regardless of how you feel. Limit distractions. Replace entertainment with education. Have a vision. Know where you want to be in 5-10 years. Embrace failure. Fail fast, fail often, learn, and keep moving. Build skills. Invest in yourself. Master something valuable. Prioritize health. Strong body, strong mind, strong life. Choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with winners. Remember, your 20s are the foundation of your entire life. If you waste them, you'll spend your 30s repairing damage. But if you invest them wisely, you'll spend your 30s reaping rewards. Life is not about avoiding failure. It's about building yourself so strong that failure cannot break you. The question is simple. Will you be the man who fails before 30? Or will you be the man who wins while others waste their years? The choice is yours.